You ever walk into a business, spend your money, and leave feeling invisible? That right there is why so many small businesses lose repeat customers. They treat it like a transaction, not an interaction. What if I told you that your customer service is your marketing, especially if you're a local business? My name is Willis. I own and operate Another Monday, a local creative marketing agency. I started out as a photographer over 15 years ago and have since worked with hundreds of businesses, helping them position themselves as a solution to their customers' problems and generating leads while impacting their customers and their community. In this quick video, I'm going to break down how service-based businesses like yours can build trust, get referrals, and grow faster just by treating people better. Let's talk about the difference between a forgettable business and one people won't shut up about in a good way. One, it's not a transaction, it's an interaction. Every moment with the customer is a brand impression. Every interaction you have with somebody else who reaches out, who's interested in your services, who you bump into at the coffee shop, who visits your website, who somehow finds your Instagram or your TikTok account, every single one of these is a brand impression. And what you want to do is make the best impression with every impression. And this is absolutely possible, especially now in the digital age. With things moving as fast as they are, there's almost no excuse of you not putting a little bit more effort into your customer service. Now, why am I qualified to talk about this? I've earned nothing but 5-star reviews across 4 LLCs, including Another Monday and all the other businesses that I've owned and operated. And also, I've helped multiple other businesses get a ton of 5-star reviews. And it all really just starts with customer service. Customer service is your marketing. It's the in-person marketing that you have with every single interaction, every automated email, every text message that goes out, every time you answer that phone. All of it is customer service. You're just servicing that person that is somehow took their time and energy to say, oh crap, let me reach out to this particular business. The little things that you say or do stick around way longer than your invoice. In this world where everything is digital and everything is AI driven and everything is automated to a degree, how do you make people feel seen? How do you make them feel heard? How do you make them feel received? And that's all so important because as we start to transition into this digital AI era where everything is so pretty much cookie cutter, the thing that's going to make the biggest impact is you and how you interact with the people that are interested in what you offer. So you and your team should have this mind of, I need to interact with everyone that comes my way in the best way possible. Loyalty starts before they even buy. It's during the conversation, the way you respond, the way you show up, the way you actually show that you care. And I think a lot of businesses, especially ones that I personally worked with, just get this so wrong. It's just, I need to make a sale. And that's just a wrong way to think about it because the way things are moving today, everything is about making the sale versus how do I personalize this? How do I make this person feel like, oh man, like I am so grateful that you even decided to contact us, to reach out to us. Oh, thank you. Let me show you what we offer. Let me walk you through it. Let me educate you on how we do things. Let me just make sure that this interaction is so much better than any other one you're going to have with anybody else around. And that's how you're going to stick out. Customer service is marketing. The word of mouth is built on how people feel, just what they bought or what they signed up for. Think about all your greatest experiences with a business. How fast did you tell someone about it? So as a business owner, the best thing you can do is try to put that into your mind is how do I make this person feel delighted, overjoyed that they decided to come in and work with us? I went into many flower shops. I love plants. I have a large collection of plants and I love gifting plants and flowers for just every minor occasion and sometimes for no reason at all. Sometimes I don't show up to anybody's home without something in my hand. I just want to bring something over. And I remember walking into this particular flower shop and I was just like, hey, I got $30. Can you help me out? And it was absolutely. How would you like it to look? Do you want it to look like that over there or that one over there? And I made a decision and she was like, okay, great. We can add some of these and these. Oh, excellent. Yes, please. Awesome. I'm going to grab all of this for you. And if you give me 5 minutes, we'll come back all put together. And it was just a beautiful, very kind arrangement. They didn't need to go out of their way. They could have easily said, look at the arrangements there, pick one. And that's something about going above and beyond. The waiter at the restaurant stopping and just to ask you how you're doing and how your day was going versus, are you ready to order? Just such a minuscule thing, it feels like, but it makes such a big impact on leaving an impression with that person that is interacting. The way we would answer the phone, I owned an event space named Studio 87. And the way we always answered the phone was it's either we had a few different templates when we answered the phone. Thank you so much for calling Studio 87. It's a great day here. How can we help? And it's just a warm greeting immediately to the person on the other line. And that business went on to gather over 250 plus 5-star reviews across multiple platforms, especially Google, in 3 years' time with over 350 rentals. So about 100 people didn't leave a review of 350 that we serve. So just think about that. The overwhelming majority of people left us a review, and the overwhelming amount of people left a positive review. Sometimes even if they didn't have a fantastic experience. And I'm happy to dive into those stories at a later time, but this is just a testament to I put in the work. I know this stuff works, and please put in a little bit more effort into talking to your customers and just showing them how much you appreciate them. Great service really turns into referrals, reviews, and retention. That's free marketing with compounding value. That's the actual value of you spending time making each impression matter. Number 3, we're going to make people feel seen and remembered. Use their name, follow up, and reference something personal they mentioned. It's a very simple practice and something that you can even take into your personal life. Just remember people's names. Say their names to them as you're talking to them. Psychologically speaking, when you hear your own name, it just makes such a big difference to know that this person knows who you are and just is remembering you. And people love names. I don't know what study this was in, but it was in a study, and we should remember people's names. And referencing something personal they mentioned or something that they brought up. For instance, if I want to host this party for my goddaughter because her mom really can't do it and she's done such a great job at school this year, and I really want to make her feel special. Absolutely. Oh man, look at you. I'm pretty sure she loves you for going above and beyond for her. It's very kind of you to do. And it's just connecting with people. Just connect. I think it's so crucial. And I'm spending time making this video for you, thinking about like how many times I walk into a business or I call a business and there's just none of this is important at all. And it's such an easy, small thing to do to help you stand out pretty immediately. At the end of any interaction, especially with this example I just gave, imagine that I walk in and I'm like, see the goddaughter, and I'm like, hey, did you have a great time? Did you feel special today? And make that connection and automatically like just tie it all in. Oh my God, this person actually cares. Not only did they provide a great service, but they actually cared about how I felt using their product. This is not just me asking for a review. The reviews ask for them way later when I know that this interaction is about to be over. We don't ask for the 5-star review before we even completed the entire cycle of this connection that we're building with the person. Number 4, why local businesses have the upper hand. You can be big box stores and giant agencies because you're real. This is not a machine operating. As a local business owner, you get to see and interact with the community every single day. Hopefully, you're getting a bunch of phone calls coming in. And if not, please reach out to us and we'll help that happen for you. Hopefully, you're getting a ton of visitors to your website every single day. And if not, I'm happy to help you out with that as well. But in that process, how does every word on your website, how does every email you send out, how is every greeting when somebody walks through that door? What are you doing differently to make sure that those people are feeling very special from the initial encounter, from that initial impression? You're closer to your customers than big box stores are, right? Big box stores are just this huge thing where even some of the employees maybe don't even want to be there. And meanwhile, if it's you and your employees or your small team, your staff, there's just so much more you can do to make these people feel so special that they even decided to contact. You can also move a lot faster than big box stores. A lot of these big box stores don't have the capability to make changes that trickle down immediately, can immediately make an impact that, like, the next phone call, the greeting changes. I work with a barbershop where they would just say hello when they answered the phone. And I'm thinking a barber is such an important person to whoever needs a haircut. That the lifetime value of that customer is forever. Just think about it. If you find a great barber, the likelihood of you changing this barber is incredibly low. You find a great barber that does great work, they have a great barbershop, they just offer a great service. You can make an appointment, hop in the chair, get a great cut, leave feeling refreshed. You're going to come back. There's no reason for you to go out and search for another barber. You found the barber that you need. So, using that story right there, if the person is answering the phone like hello, it's just less enticing to go in and actually visit this place. Are they going to also treat me like that when I sit in the chair? Meanwhile, if it's a great day at X barbershop where we make sure you look great before you walk out of the door. How can I help you today? Would you like to make an appointment? That greeting is just so much better. For the person that's walking in person, I'm sure they're going to get great customer service, but we're talking about doing it at first impression. All right, now we're going to get down to number 5. Just a few quick things that you can do today to make sure that you're changing the way you're interacting with your customers. 1, just respond faster than most people expect. Have somebody on your team or either yourself set reminders, set your notifications on as soon as you get a lead, as soon as somebody calls, as soon as somebody texts, as soon as somebody emails. Try to respond way faster than they anticipate. Oh crap, you got back to me that quick? Yeah, absolutely. You're very important to us. Imagine how that would make you feel if you reached out to a business and they just responded immediately with warmth, with welcoming attitude. It just would make the biggest difference. Follow up even when you don't need to follow up. And the art of the follow up will be an entirely separate video on how you can just follow up with people. It makes such a difference, especially with sales, especially with customer service, that you're deciding to check up on people to just say, hey, how are things going? How have you been? Just remember that you contacted me and I haven't reached back out to you, or I just thought about you and the problem that you had, and I'm hoping that you had a chance to solve it. And immediately, oh no, actually, I haven't had solved that problem yet. Thank you for reminding me. People are so busy nowadays. People are just running and doing things, and then there's all this automation involved. Imagine having this personal touch. And I know I'm stressing it, and I sound like a broken record right now, but it's so crucial. And I just work with so many businesses, and I just don't see it. So this video is not only for folks that work directly with me, it's also for future folks that want to work with me and anybody else who takes this into account. Just first impressions, especially if you're going on a date. Think about it. You don't dress up, you don't make yourself appealing, and you show up on this first date and it's like subpar. The likelihood of you potentially getting a second one, even if the date was fantastic, could potentially just be diminished. Meanwhile, you could delight this person by showing that you care, showing how you care, how you appear to them, and just putting in this effort. There's just something to say about good effort and how far it goes. Lastly, publicly thank your folks. Whether they're leaving a review, and actually Google watches how quickly you're responding to reviews, any type of review that's being left on any public platform, especially Google's, you should respond as quickly as possible to those as well. And thanking your folks that work with you publicly is such a wonderful thing that they feel appreciated. If you're a local business, imagine that you ended up getting your customers' Instagram. You ask them for permission, of course. Hey, is it okay if we tag you on Instagram? And I'm sure the majority of people will say, yeah, absolutely. If they have an account, sure, they're willing to tag you. Just go ahead and put a post up of the thing that they ordered. Even if it's not their specific item, you can still special thank you to X for ordering this last week for their X. And it's just a simple thing that you can do or have your team do to help every customer still feel even more special. So before you spend a dime on ads, ask yourself, do people feel seen when they work with us? If they don't, no marketing campaign's gonna fix that. But if you're ready to turn more interactions into income, you're already on the right track. Drop a comment, let me know. What is one way you show up for your customers? Share it in the comments below so other folks can get some additional ideas of the great things that you're doing to make sure your customers are staying the long term or returning over and over again. And if you're struggling with that, I'm happy to help. I'll catch you on the next one.